Last year, coming off the year you guys had, I know it was a disappointment for you, for the entire team. At what point did the motivation click with you when that season ended last year?
Uh, I think it was, right at the end, when we got swept. It wasn't just about how it ended. It was about the way everything went. I just wasn't myself. There was a lot of stuff going on, and I just needed to find that joy for the game again, and just get back to myself like I was 2 years ago. I just decided that basically enough was enough. Because during last year, I just felt like I was disrespected. I felt like everybody kind of forgot who I was. I just decided that I needed to do better.
This past offseason, you had probably your best offseason as far as work and really revitalizing your body. In past years, you have had to deal with the talk about your conditioning, your shape. You clearly shut all that up this year, but was there a different level of motivation in that? And did it bother you and you didn't want it to kind of bother you anymore?
As far as, how my body feels, I still like, it wasn't like I lost a lot of weight. Like I'm still like where kind of like I was last year. And, people don't see it just because like the team is doing good and I'm dominating. So it's almost like, oh well, he's playing well, so something must have changed. Whereas like, well, if I wasn't playing well, even if I had done all those stuff with the chef, nutritionist, and all that stuff, people would still be like, oh, he's out of shape. Like I guess he's big, he's out of shape and this. So I think it just matters. It just matters if we're winning, if we're doing good as a team, which is what we're doing. But at the end of the day, the only thing that bothered me really was just, I had a down year. I'm not gonna disagree on that. But I still felt like, a down year for me is still a lot better than, a lot of guys. But the standard is high. And I still felt like I should have made an all NBA team because a guy with my talent should never miss on those type of stuff. That really bothered me a lot. And I remember, during this past off season, I actually tweeted and I was like, what did I say? I said, I feel like I got deported because everybody just forgot about me. So that was at the point where I was like, I gotta go back to where I was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that's what you've done this year, right? And you're as far as stats, 30 and 10 plus per game. You put yourself in MVP contention, possibly the front runner. You guys are number one in the Eastern Conference. There are plenty of reasons why you should be MVP. Is there any doubt in your mind that you're the MVP this season?
There's no doubt. The main thing that I'm always focused on is winning. When you win, everybody on the team wins. If you're not winning, those stuff are not gonna come. You're not gonna be nominated for those stuff, and you're not gonna have the chance to win those stuff. So my focus is always about winning the championship. And when it comes to those awards, and you mentioned it, the dominant all season. It just feels like every single time I have the ball, they always send three guys on me, and I'm still able to do what I do best. When you look at our rankings, my numbers, I feel like I'm deserving to be, on the non-defensive team. So I do it on both sides, and also as a team. And you look at the seeding, number one in the East, and you look at the last two MVP, which was Giannis. That's what he did, offensively and defensively, with the numbers and being first in the East.
You're the focus of this team, right? As far as getting low post touches on a nightly basis, getting probably the more touches than you have in years past. Was it frustrating where even last year, the year before, there were moments where I think people around the league looked at you being the guy that if they just fed you the ball, this level of success might be attainable. Was that frustrating in moments that you weren't getting the ball maybe as much as you are now?
Yeah, for sure. This year, these guys, Coach Rivers and his staff that come in, even Daryl Moore coming in, they've come in and they put their trust in me. You could see during the game, that really, give me opportunities to kind of go and win us some games. And obviously I need my teammates to make it happen. At times last year, that might have been part of, the frustrations. And I'm the type of guy, I mean, if the ball doesn't get to me, I used to kind of shy away and just kind of went on the side and just chill and just try to make everybody happy and trying to make sure the ball moved. I still do that, but I just know that this year, when I made it and when it's time to dominate, when we get to a full quarter or when we down, and I really need to do it, I'm gonna go out there and do it, and they're gonna give me those opportunities. And the team went and got me some shooters, like knockdown shooters. When you add Danny Green's set, which was the two of the best shooters that we added. I just felt like there was no more excuses. Like I was like, this is the spacing that I've always asked, and that's the spacing that I needed.
And in years past, you've had people, right, whether it's Shaq or talking heads out there that want to say that you can be dominating more, you can be playing at a more aggressive level. This year, you've obviously shut really all those people up. Has that given you at least a little bit of enjoyment?
Not really, because at the time, when all those guys, Shaq, Charles, that just kept talking about how dominant I could be. I understood because they saw the talent and they saw what I could really do, but I wasn't using it. I wasn't doing it. So when they were criticizing me, I just saw it as a way to kind of open my eyes and actually be better. So instead of using it as a criticism, I just took it and I just took it to want to be better. So when I look back, when that was going on, I have nothing but love, for Shaq, because whatever they were saying, it just opened my eyes to actually realize that I can be that guy.
You talked about being a family guy, and you have a baby boy, Arthur, and you spoke about wanting to create a legacy. You have been sort of looked at as an underdog throughout your whole life. Are those the same types of values you want to instill in your newborn, in a little man?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna do as much as I can because the situation is gonna be a little different than mine. I mean, coming from Cameroon, where we, I mean, is where we don't have a lot of opportunities. So to go from that stage in my life to kind of fighting for everything and try to make it. He's always gonna know my story, and I'm always gonna remind him you gotta stay humble and you gotta work really because even when you look at my story, I mean, I started playing basketball 10 years ago. And, within 4 years, I was in the NBA. Within six, I was an all-star. So I'm always going to remind him that, it's not easy. I want to raise the bar really high. Like I want him to see his dad, win a championship or multiple championships and, MVPs and, defensive player of the year. I just want him to see his dad just being dominant and being the best player in the world when he was playing. So like I said, I think he's the main reason why, I'm playing the way I am this year.
And lastly, the Philadelphia 76ers and Joel Embiid this year will finish off as?
In my perfect world, NBA champion. And I really believe that, we have a chance. We have everything in place. We have everything. And in the middle, we got, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to slow down. I'm even going to get better.